Hey everyone, welcome back to some more Starfield. Last video, we didn't really do much. It was just some shenanigans after completing the UC questline. Today, we are back at Madame Savage's place, and we are going to continue with the Crimson Fleet questline. So what I did want to do, maybe 15-20 videos before, was the Ebside Striker side quest, but it says it requires a key. I'm thinking it's locked because of the Crimson Fleet quests that were...
What's up?
God, it looks like Bayou there. I was thinking it was locked because of the Crimson Fleet quest, so let's try to do the Crimson Fleet quest.
You looking to get zoned?
Just announce, I'm from the Crimson Fleet.
Really? You're just gonna blurt it out like that? Good God. Since it's obvious you're the rook that Delgado sent, I'm gonna save both of us some time. Turn around, fly back to the key, and tell the big boss that I'm in no mood to screw around. We'll make this deal when he starts taking me seriously.
Who said no one's taking you seriously?
Come on, give me a break. You're not exactly a top dog over there at the key, now are you?
How do you know?
Sending me a rook to handle a job this risky is a goddamn insult.
Let's cut the crap and get to work.
Are you serious? You're just gonna completely blow me off like that?
Yeah.
I spent the last 3 months setting up this job, burned 2 contacts and a hell of a lot of credits. The whole time, I'm also keeping Bayou off our backs. That idiot even catches a whiff of money and he latches onto you like a damn leech.
He has certainly earned quite a reputation. Neon is proof of it.
Cry me a river.
That's the way it's gonna be, huh? Fine. I don't have a ton of time to stand here and screw around, so I'm gonna make this as clear as possible. You want the conduction grid tech, then you're gonna have to download it from the power core of Generdyne's facility in the underbelly.
What exactly is the power core?
Some fancy name the brain-trusted Generdyne calls the room where all the power from the conduction grid is stored. Cute, right? Hey, don't look at me. I didn't build the damn thing. All I know is that the tech inside the place is valuable.
What kind of facility are we talking about?
I'm talking about Generdyne's main power plant for Neon. All their cushy offices might be up in the trade tower, but the nuts and bolts of their operation are running beneath the city.
That sounds easy enough.
Love the confidence. But before you pull the ripcord, I'm afraid I need to add a bit of a wrinkle. While you're inside Generdyne, I need you to plant a virus into their system. It's a simple side job that'll earn you some credits. I think you can handle it.
Delgado never mentioned anything about a virus.
That's because you're planning it for me as a favor. Generdyne has all sorts of tasty, valuable snacks in their databanks, and I want access. Here, take this microdrive and access the computer in Brace and Bayou's office. It'll do the rest on its own.
Another Bayou works at Generdyne?
Yep, nepotism has its advantages. Word on the street is that the Generdyne gig is the only one Benjamin could get for his younger brother. He's not the brightest.
Why do you need access to their data?
Let's just say that information can be just as lucrative as selling Aurora, and keep it at that, okay? But don't worry, I promised Delgado that when it came to the conduction grid data, that's his territory. I won't touch it.
I assume I'll be facing some serious security.
Oh no. Are you scared, little rabbit? Well, don't worry. I've got you covered. Generdyne's got their place locked down tight. But, as usual, the weak link comes from the people that work there. I recommend you start with Ayumi Komiko, an upper-level exec at Generdyne. Get your hands on her security pass, and you'll have the run of the place.
Easy, I'll just take her out and grab the pass.
Yeah, you probably don't want to do that. Komiko's having a little fling with Benjamin Bayou. Anyway, you can find Komiko at Euphorica. Talk to the owner of the place, Micah. She'll point you in the right direction. As for dealing with Komiko herself, she's got an office in the trade tower if you're looking for something incriminating. The rest is up to you, Rook. When you're done, come meet me at the VIP booth in the Astral Lounge so we can celebrate.
Can you give me the lowdown on Euphorica?
Pretty laid-back club over in Ebside. Owner's name is Micah. She's young, but sharp as a razor, and has gang muscle to back her up. The little Aurora Lounge she has tucked away in the building is the real gold mine. Said she modeled it after opium dens on old Earth. Bayou takes a cut of the profits, of course. The rumor says it's way less than he usually takes. No one knows why.
Anything I need to know about Ayumi Komiko?
Businesswoman. Tough as hull plating. She's the COO at Generdyne, and I can assure you she didn't get there with her winning smile. As for her relationships, well, that's a bit more complicated. Publicly, she's having a bit of a fling with Benjamin Bayou. But rumor has it that she's just using Bayou and having a little bit of fun on the side with Micah, the owner of Euphorica. If I were you, I wouldn't bother trying to appeal to her good nature. She's a manipulative person who uses people to get what she wants.
What's Brayson Bayou's story?
Nepotism gets him the job at Generdyne as their chief technician, yet the guy doesn't know the first thing about electrical engineering. They obviously invented the position just to give the moron a salary. One of the many poorly kept secrets in Neon. Frankly, I think he's such a screw-up. Benjamin Bayou stuck his ass in that facility under the city to keep him out of the limelight.
Can you tell me anything useful about Generdyne?
Not much to tell, really. Thanks to their nifty little conduction grid, they're able to provide power for the entirety of Neon. Damn thing was supposed to be some kind of miracle invention, turning lightning into usable electricity. Neat trick, right? Only catch is that you need a planet like Voli where lightning strikes often enough to make it feasible. Guess how many of those exist? Ding! If you said 0, you're absolutely correct. So Generdyne has been in dire financial straits for years.
What's the conduction grid?
It's that hideous canopy over the center of the city that keeps the rich folks dry. Some folks around here call it the span. I think it's a massive eyesore, like some sort of a modern art piece gone haywire. You can't miss it. Just poke your head outside and look up.
I'm amazed they're still around.
You're not the only one. The only reason they haven't folded is because they charge exorbitant fees for power. I'm talking 2 or 3 times what it costs in New Atlantis. Okay, now, on to round 2 of our little game. Guess who has a major stake in Generdyne and soaks up all that delicious profit?
Bayou. That's not a available answer. I'm sure it's Bayou though, right? I don't like guessing games.
Aw, and you were doing so well. Let me help you out by giving you the answer. It's good old Benny Bayou.
Yeah.
That son of a bitch has a finger in every single pie in the sorry excuse for a city. Generdyne's no different. All off the books, of course. How the hell do you think Brayson Bayou got the job down there? It wasn't because of his good looks or smarts, I can promise you that.
Okay.
Watch your step. Benjamin Bayou has eyes everywhere.
Okay.
Yeah?
At the towers. Oh, this thing's happening again. I will delete some saves and I will be right back. Okay. Ah, it's still leading me to stupid mission boards. Extortion is my middle name. Let's go. G. Nashida.
Yeah, what? Is this important? I'm really busy right now. Let me
You
save
don't
some
look
time.
busy.
If you're here for a job, we're not hiring. If you're here about the conduction grid tour, we shut it down a year ago.
A tour would have been nice.
Well, like I said, it's shut down. Had to cut the entire tour staff too. Look, I'm sorry if I'm blowing up at you, but I've got a ton of problems and no time to deal with them all. I'm afraid that things aren't going terribly well around here.
Why are you being so open about this kind of sensitive information?
Why? Because I'm sick and tired of putting on a corporate face and pretending that nothing's wrong. It's do or die time around here. We can either spin our wheels forever or worse, go under completely.
I would have expected this company to be making a fortune.
Wish that was the case. Fact of the matter is, we're barely treading water. The conduction grid went online almost 75 years ago. And since then, we haven't developed a single groundbreaking innovation. At this point, the money we're taking in as a power utility barely covers the waste that's going on in the research and development division.
The conduction grid is Generdyne's only product?
No, of course not. We still produce smaller power systems and backup generators, but nothing even close to the magnitude of the conduction grid. Generdyne needs to come out with something spectacular to put us back on the map. If not, we'll remain stagnant forever, or worse.
Breaking even is better than being out of business.
Of course it is, but we're teetering on the edge of a precipice. One wrong move and the whole operation topples into the ocean. The problem is that Brayson Bayou, Administrator Bayou's brother, is currently heading up the R&D division. I swear to you, the man doesn't know the first thing about power systems or electromagnetic technology.
Why do you care so much about what happens to Generdyne?
I can give you 117 reasons. Our employees. If Generdyne goes completely under, how many of them will lose their jobs? How many might get cut in a restructure? My position puts me in charge of the welfare of our personnel. I can't in good conscience allow that to happen to them.
You have to man up and fire the guy.
I actually need our CEO's approval for that. And so far, it's been denied. Look, I'm running out of options. No one above me seems to care what's going on, but I'm willing to take a chance. I have a full report on Brayson that I want to send to Administrator Bayou, but I don't know if he can be trusted. What do you think I should do?
What exactly does the report say?
It describes my aggravation with how badly Brayson Bayou is running the Research and Development Division. I'm also including a list of all the failed experiments he's greenlit, and how much they've cost Generdyne as proof of his incompetence. I'm praying someone as financially successful as Administrator Bayou might be able to put aside his ego and look at this from a business perspective.
Honestly, I don't know what you should do.
Yeah, I get it. You don't want to get involved. Typical. Look, I still need to put the finishing touch
Not
on this
really,
report.
it's because I don't
If
trust
you change
either
your
of the
mind
Bayous.
and you can help me decide. I'd really appreciate the help.
Mind if I ask some questions about Ayumi Komiko?
As long as it doesn't get me into serious trouble. Ask away.
Do you suspect she's involved in anything illegal?
Whoa. Okay, that's crossing the line. I can't discuss company matters like this.
What's the harm if you tell me?
I hope I can trust you.
Manipulation. It would make sense to just go along with what I want.
You're starting to make a lot of sense.
Nice.
Okay, listen. You didn't hear this from me, but I know she's up to something with Benjamin Bayou. He was in her office a few weeks ago, and they had some kind of shouting match. It got really heated until Bayou stormed out the door. I don't know what it was about, but I happen to know Miss Komiko keeps audio recordings of all her meetings in her safe. And before you ask, yes, I'll unlock it for you. Just don't tell anyone I helped, okay?
Oh, that was easy. Do you enjoy working under her?
She's my boss. She's fine, I guess. Look, like I said, I don't want to get into serious trouble. She might be a bit tough on all of us, but being responsible for Neon's power grid is a very stressful position. Sometimes that stress trickles down.
How long has she been your boss?
I've only been working here for a few years now, and she's been my boss the entire time. Well, the big boss is our CEO, Mr. Harada. But I've actually never met him. He lives somewhere in New Atlantis, I think.
If you're so nervous about being involved, why are you allowing me into her safe?
Because I'm sick and tired of the corruption that's running through this city. People around here spend half their lives terrified about being backstabbed, and spend the rest of it planning on how they're going to screw over someone else. Something rotten is going on in this company, and one day, I hope to find out what it is.
That's all for now.
Sure, no problem.
Where did Generdyne get its start?
Generdyne was founded in 2232 by the original designer of the conduction grid, Felicia Corbin. Working from her facility in Neon, it took her almost 25 years to get the conduction grid up and running. That was Generdyne's first and last major success.
Can you tell me how the conduction grid works?
The span above the city is outfitted with a specially developed electromagnetic absorption system. When a lightning discharge hits the span, the energy is instantly distributed across the grid to prevent overload. The energy is then transferred through a series of polyphasic capacitors and rectifiers to ensure all of the negative and positive strikes are equalized. At this point, the energy is clean, and it gets stored in massive storage cells in Neon's underbelly, from which it's parceled out and used for power.
We know the answer for this, but let's just hear his answer anyways. Why aren't there conduction grids in every major city?
That's an excellent question, and the answer for it is surprisingly simple. The conduction grid is only effective in lightning-rich environments. That's why Volai was chosen as its primary development site. Generdyne has always hoped to adapt the grid's absorption technology for other applications, but nothing public has ever been announced. Thanks for taking the time to talk.
What? I'm working here.
She's just been listening to our conversation.
Are you gonna let me work, or are you gonna keep bothering me?
Novus lock.
If you'll excuse me, I have a deadline to meet.
Open. So, we're stealing this first, David Copperfield. And then we're stealing evidence. Might as well take all this stuff now that we're hidden. And then...
Alright, Ben. What was so important I had to come to the office in the middle of the night?
It's the numbers, Ayumi. I don't like what I'm seeing.
If you'd stop interfering with my company, the numbers would be better.
Your company? That's funny. I thought it belonged to Mr. Harada.
Give me a break. We both know you set up that identity so we could both reap the profits off the books.
If Generdyne was showing a profit,
Can't
we
talk,
wouldn't
I've
be
got a
having this
deadline coming up.
conversation.
How the hell am I supposed to make a profit when all I have is your brother, the idiot, as my chief technician?
I'd choose your next words very carefully, Miss Komiko.
Are you supposed
Raise
to
the
be
utility costs to your clients, cut some staff, I don't care how you do it. I want Generdyne's profits soaring by the end of the month. And if I ever hear you talking about Brayson like that again, well, I'm sure you can imagine the consequences.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want him to tell that guy to like report to Benjamin Bayou, because I knew that was going to be his reaction to it. Notifications. Security reminder. Your security software has expired. Please contact your provider for the latest update. Automated update failed. Automated update failed. Update available. A new update is available for your current operating system.
I never had the patience for computer systems.
Sounds like Windows 10 and 11 to me.
If you're wondering what that smell is, it's neon.
I don't think I can get this one.
The way things are looking at Generdyne, might be time to close.
Hey, I still have that full report on Brayson that I want to send to Administrator Bayou. Do you think I should send it or not?
Definitely not. Administrator Bayou is a dangerous man. Bury that report.
You know what? You're absolutely right. I've heard Bayou's killed people for doing less. What the hell was I even thinking? Hey, look. Thanks for helping me out with this. It's been on my mind for a long time. If there's anything else you need, any questions at all, feel free to ask.
Did you know that your CEO, Mr. Harada, is actually Administrator Bayou?
What? Oh my god. Funny thing is, when you think about it, it actually makes perfect sense. I've never actually met Mr. Harada. I haven't even seen a picture of the man. I've only communicated with him via messages. So that means Bayou has a controlling stake in Generdyne already. And he's soaking up a corporate salary to boot. Pure genius. Well, this certainly puts a different spin on things. I'll just keep my head down for now and my mouth shut about Brayson Bayou.
Yeah, that's it.
It was great speaking with you.
Okay. Let's go to Euphorica.
Come in
Micah?
and let your cares melt away for a while.
I'm looking for a Yumi Komiko.
You people should leave her alone. What do you want with her?
Why do you care so much about a Yumi?
Not that it's any of your business, but we're very close. We're in love. I refuse to let anything bad happen to her, no matter how much trouble she's gotten herself into.
I have some documents for her to sign.
Yeah, sure. Tell me another one.
Damn it.
You debt collectors are low-life assholes. She's broke, okay? Now get out of my club before I get really pissed off and have you thrown into the street.
I suspect I would enjoy the attempt much more than you would.
Okay. Crimson Fleet. I'm no debt collector. I'm from the Crimson Fleet.
The Crimson Fleet? Oh my, I'm sorry. I had no idea. I didn't mean anything by it, really. Sorry, well, I worry about her. Ayumi owes a lot of money around town. I'm trying to help her out. But, you know, I have a business to keep afloat. If you want to talk to her, you can find her in the members' lounge. You already have access, so you should know the way.
Ah, she remembers. Oh, about this Q person again. Oh my god. Fine. Q says he reminded you of something you lost.
I see you were able to get through to Q. And he trusted you enough to share his journey. You'd be the first. The first moment I saw Q, he reminded me of my big brother, Ginseng. Like you, Jun fought long and hard to get where he wanted to be. In his case,
I think
a
I've
commander in
listened
the
to this
Three-Star
before.
Collective military. Sadly, we lost Jun in the Colony Wars conflict. I suppose you could say that saving Q was my attempt at holding on to a memory from the past.
Yeah, don't care.
Now sit back, relax, and unwind.
Oh, I guess everything just reset it for this quest then. It's funny how, like, she's wary about debt collectors, but as soon as you tell her I'm a pirate, she's, like, completely fine with it. Syndicate gangster? Syndicate.
Pardon?
Was this the person I stole from?
Yeah. What do you want?
In the Rujin Industries quest. I don't remember her name. It was a Japanese name like hers, so You work for Generdyne, right?
Before you continue, let me save you some time. If you're having a problem with your POW or complain about your rates, you need to contact our customer service department. Anything else?
I think the other one was actually Kumiko. I need to find a way into the Generdyne power facility.
You must be zoned out of your mind, because there's no way anyone sober would say something like that.
Help me, or this evidence of your scheme with Bayou ends up on SSNN.
How the hell did you find that? It was Estelle Vincent, wasn't it? That bitch. I knew I should have kept that somewhere else. Here, take this pass. It should get you through the storage room entry to the facility. I'm warning you though. Once you're inside, you're trespassing in a high security zone. That means they shoot on sight. Good luck. You're going to need it.
Is there something personal going on between you and Benjamin Bayou?
I suppose if I don't explain, a copy of that recording you found might end up on the next SSNN report. Okay.
Smart girl.
Fair enough. A few years back, the previous CEO of Generdyne went missing. As the COO, I was next in line for the job. Instead, Bayou muscled his way into the company and gave me an ultimatum. Either back up his bullshit Mr. Harada identity, or I'm gone. I had no choice. But I decided right then and there, I was going to do whatever I could to take what was rightfully mine. If that meant seducing Bayou to tip him off balance, then so be it. Luckily for me, Mike has been incredibly understanding about the whole thing.
What happened to the previous CEO?
What do you think happened? Bayou started sticking his nose into Generdyne's business, all but outright demanding a cut of the profits. In response, the CEO made a huge mistake by threatening to take his grievances to the FC. His shuttle never arrived. Need I say more?
You two seem like an unlikely pair.
No, we're polar opposites, but we share a unique bond. Micah is the only person in this godforsaken city that's kept me from going completely under. She doesn't want money, doesn't use me for influence or as a stepping stone to get ahead. She loves me for being me, and I love her for being the same. And when this stupid bullshit is over, and Bayou is 10 fathoms deep under Neon, we'll be there for each other. Forever.
I'm guessing there's not much love for how things are progressing at Generdyne.
If you had to work with Brayson Bayou, you'd understand. The man is still a totally incompetent fool, and he's running our company into the ground. The worst part of it is that he's Administrator Bayou's brother, so I can't fire him. I can't reassign him. I can't even yell at him. It's like having a cut on your body, and you're helplessly watching yourself bleed to death. Except in our case, we're hemorrhaging money.
What exactly do you do for Generdyne?
What is this? A job interview?
Yeah.
I'm the COO
I
of
need
the
some
company.
crits.
Second to the top. right under our esteemed CEO, Mr. Harada, also known as Benjamin Bayou. So when you ask me what I do for Generdyne, the answer is nothing. The Bayous run the show, and I tread water. The salary helps, of course, but at the end of the day, I'm just a joke. Sitting in an office to make things look legitimate. If you get caught in Generdyne, that's on you. Good luck. Oh my god.
Wait, was there anything? No.
I just know this is gonna come back to bite me on the ass. I just know it.
Okay, let's go to Generdyne.
I like coming here.
I would hope for the sake of these workers that after a while get used to the smell.
That sounds like screaming. I don't feel like I should be going in here with Andreja. That looks like a Vault Tech jumpsuit.
Welcome to Generdyne.
Inaccessible. Hey there.
Hello. Welcome to Generdyne. Can I help you with something in particular?
I'd like to speak to Brayson Bayou, please.
I'm so sorry, but Mr. Bayou isn't taking appointments at this time. Can I assist you with anything else today?
I have a complaint about my power service.
I'm sorry to hear that you're having trouble with your service. If you wouldn't mind using one of our customer service terminals to report the issue, I'm sure we can get it solved. Was there anything else?
Why is there so much security?
Well, our conduction grid technology, as well as all of the other experimentation being performed here, is proprietary. I'm sure many of our competitors would relish the opportunity to get through these doors behind me. I'm sure you understand.
Okay.
Thank you for visiting Generdyne.
Don't really need to talk to you. Heyo. Oh, I'm back at Neon. That's the other entrance. Clearly can't go in there.
Hello. Can I assist you with something? Hello. Welcome to... Hope to see you again soon.
Okay, so... apparently not supposed to be in here. I think I'm supposed to go around. Here we go. I really feel like Andreja shouldn't be here. See to Generdyne's power core.
I am glad we are on this side of the glass, for a variety of reasons. What did you need?
Wait here.
I can do that.
If there's a loading screen, I'm screwed. Okay. Let's switch to stealth suit. Operative helmet, operative suit. Take off my armor. That was way too quick.
Gotta relax. I'm getting all worked up over nothing.
Damn it. How am I supposed to get past that? Guess I'm going this way? And technically I can go up there, but I don't think that benefits me. Oh, cool. Okay. Crap. I don't have any skill points to level up my stealth at the moment. Experiment reports. Yeah, 002. My second attempt to adapt the conduction grid technology to a spaceship's shield array has failed. There are two main issues. First, the experimental grid draws power from the reactor, which is the opposite of what we want. For this to be a success, the grid needs to become fully self-sustaining when exposed to EM damage. Second, the insulating circuits that were utilized in Neon's grids are far too bulky to install in the shipborne module. My only choice at this time is deal with the issues one at a time, as my resources down here are quite limited, and Chief Technician Bayou's advice continues to prove worthless. Okay, number 6. After months of trial and error, I discovered an alloy that might provide the perfect balance of conductivity and insulation that's required for the experiment to succeed. The problem is that the alloy consists of rare metals that we do not have on hand. I'm on the verge of a breakthrough, but Chief Technician Bayou insists that he has better ideas in the works and refuses to pay for raw materials that I need. I don't understand how he can be so blind. Does he want this company to fail? And 11. After halting the insulation solution, I've turned my attention to the power drain issue. Using the lab's EM emitter, I've subjected GDY-072's grid to a wide array of impact simulations. From my observations, the grid remains self-sustaining for a short period of time, but reaches a fall-off point where it needs to draw power from the ship's reactor. Interestingly, this mysterious fall-off point seems to coincide with a temperature spike in the lateral array. Since the array we set up in the lab simulation is outdated, I put up a request to purchase a new one from Strout Eklund. It's my hope that the updated array will not suffer from the same issue. And report 20. This will be my last entry for the GDY-072 grid. I've hit a solid wall in the experiment and can't progress beyond this point. My knowledge in astronautics and ship systems is decent, but for the experiment to be a success, we need people with a high degree of expertise in those fields. Every request I've made to that extent has been denied or ignored. I'm therefore terminating this experiment until another technician wishes to take over or Chief Technician Bayou resigns, and we can get someone who actually knows what they're doing in this place. Cool story. I was kind of hoping to turn off the giant robot, but whatever. We can jump back down from here. I don't know what that was pointing at earlier. Because now it's pointing in the other direction. Oh, it's way down there. Trying to look for another way.